Oh guys, welcome to another day in the life of welding with Derb, or another typical day running your own welding business, or another typical day running your own welding business part 2. I'm leaving Vance Gravel Community College, as you saw. So I dug that hole out, and what they're going to do is they're going to come back. Hey, Steve Bumps. They're going to come back and fill it with concrete. Then I'm going to weld a new pipe onto the bottom of that rail and bolt it into the newly laid patched concrete. Now I am hitting the road here. 145 in the back. Little 145 is perfect for these kinds of jobs where you're really far away. I would have needed about 300 feet of lead off the back of my truck to get stick welding power over there. And if I was going to get 110 power out there, I would have had to string 2 or 3 of them damn 100-foot extension cords together, and that's a lot. So 145 is great for things like that because you can wheel it out there, set it up, and it's all right there. You know, you can adjust all your settings right there, plug and unplug stuff, you know, got plenty of power right there. It's relatively lightweight. It's not like it weighs 500 pounds like the Champion Elite or a Bobcat or something like that, or a Trailblazer. It's, you know, only 240 some odd pounds. I think 260 fully loaded with gas, but I try not to leave it fully loaded with gas, because if I do, then it's too heavy to move. So it's perfect for that kind of stuff. Now out at my truck's favorite place of a gas station. Alright guys, we're back at my derby house here. It's a mess, it's always a mess. It's a mess because I live here. But here we are back at my old derby house here. I haven't made much of a video about my derby house in a while because really doesn't seem to be much of the interest of the channel. But I have a real air conditioner. Stupid roof unit just didn't want to work this year, so I cut a hole and slapped a window unit in here. It works so much better than the roof unit. So I'm going to clear up a few things. As I can't show the chemical plant or the inside of the chemical plant or anything like that because they make secret squirrel stuff there and whatnot, and they're really weird about it. So sorry guys, that part won't be very interesting. But what I can show you guys is the plans they gave me to review and the modifications I made to them. Alright, here we go. Here's the plans that they gave me. It's a storage rack. Now, they sent this copy before I modified it off to an engineer to get approved. They wanted my input on it, so I gave them my input. Gussets here. Definitely want the thickness to be 3/16. Everything else is pretty much fine. Oh, and all these guide plates right here, they were calling for an 1/8. I bumped it up to 1/4. And the reason, and I know their plan they sent off to the engineer is going to get rejected because they did not tell the engineer what it's going to be holding. This is going to be holding 4 metric tons on here. So 2 metric tons on one side, 2 metric tons on the other of some kind of secret squirrel chemical. So after they told me that how much it was gonna be, I was like, yeah. So instead of their original plan was 1/8 inch square tube or rectangle tube and 1/8 inch back, I was like, nah, we're gonna go with 1/4. I put that in the notes here. In the notes, you can see I went through. No, my handwriting's absolute garbage. And I put in the modifications right there in the notes for the plan. And I'm going to build a quote based on this plan and send this to them as my proposal. Which is fun. Alrighty, here we are in a friggin' like hallway thing here. Got 145 out here on wheels because obviously it's easier than running 200-300 feet of lead. Fixing this handrail right here. Got the old one out, all rusted to pieces. We got this new one in, self-expanding anchor. Gonna weld her up. That's aluminum, that ain't steel. I tell y'all, that was certainly an adventure. We ain't done yet. But it's another typical couple days running your own job. Or running your own welding business, I should say. This stuff just seems to happen. As much as you try to be prepared and you try to buy the right stuff and everything, not the package, but the online description of that bracket said it was steel, right? So I got the package at Lowe's, not a package, got, the bracket. God, I'm so freaking tired. It's been one of those days. Got the bracket at Lowe's.
it didn't say on the package what it was made out of. So I put in the part number online on their website, went to their website. It said steel, right? Stupid me didn't think to verify that by going to an aisle with a magnet and just seeing if it was magnetic. I just trusted what it said online, being stupid. I know better now. And I go, and of course we get out there and it's freaking aluminum. So we get everything set up. We're ready to weld that bracket on there. The bracket's in the wall. Everything's perfect. And go to weld it and it's freaking aluminum. So, as you saw, I made a temporary bracket out of what I could get in Henderson, because nobody in Henderson has any kind of like a steel bracket. Even went to Lowe's, Tractor Supply, went everywhere. Nobody's got it. So I just took some basic hardware, made a temporary bracket. And put that on there for now so the handrail's not dangerous. I found a place online where I can get the exact same brackets that they had on the handrails already. So they're just going to have to wait a week or so for me to get the exact type of brackets. And that's just how these kind of jobs go. They're just going to have to wait for the right parts. And you know, Granger, Dillon Supply used to have these brackets, but they don't carry them anymore. Granger, not even their online carries these brackets. So, you know, it's the day and age. You got to order stuff on the internet. So, another typical day running your own welding business, guys. It's so much fun. It is such a blast. I'm having so much fun. Even though things are going wrong, they don't always go right. It's fine. You know, you just kind of get it together and keep going. It's just how it is, right? Not everything's going to go perfectly right according to plan every single day, right? So, again, another typical day. Not as much fun as the last one, but this is the real deal. It's the real nitty-gritty. This is actually what happens when you run your own welding business. So, I'm showing y'all the reality, all right? So, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and you guys have a fantastic day.